So go ahead with questions for Devin. David Falls.
Devin, David from Rivals. Two-part question, really. How much of a focus has it been this off season and in the fall about extending you to where you can get the ball maybe for an inning on Friday, two on Saturday, and then what went into that? What were the details of? Was it more in the weight room? Was it mental? Just kind of give some details about that.
To start off, I mean, it's just obviously getting that arm strength built up, because we took all that time off last year and didn't get to play all the rest of the season. But mostly just getting the arm strength up and continue to work on the changeup and making sure I can command 3 pitches. I haven't really been told what role I'm going to be pitching in this year, but I'm willing to bet I'll, continue throwing at the end of games or, in those situations where I've been pitching in the past. But since the changeup's coming along a little bit better, I might get extended, like you're saying, a little bit here and there.
Hey, Devin. Jared Brotman with the Reveille. Throughout your years here at LSU, you've faced your fair share of adversity, from that first rough season in your freshman year, the Florida State game, obviously, where you pitched your butt off and, it just didn't go our way at the end. And then last year with the COVID. How has that adversity throughout those 3 years strengthened you to this point?
Like Beck was hitting on, just the focus that it takes to, just come out each and every day and know that it's a new day and you're going to have something new to face. It's never going to be the same thing. So just trying to do my best each day to help the team and not worrying about what the future holds. Just living in the moment,
Hey, Devin, I got a two-part question. First of all, just the decision to come back and have a full season. You had a good season last year, but obviously it was abbreviated.
Right. Well, obviously I didn't want to end my time here at LSU after 2 years and a third, and it kind of would have made it easy to come back since the draft was shortening and all that. And I didn't feel like we accomplished everything we wanted to accomplish here, and I feel like I still had some things that I wanted to, leave a legacy on. So just wanted to come back to help this team and be a big part of this team again this year, and also finish the degree up. That's most important.
And the second part would just be, as a guy with the experience as a starter and a reliever, what do you kind of embrace about the reliever role and coming in at games, stakes are high, pressure may be up, and running on to save a game? How do you feel like you flourish in that kind of role?
Well, I'm one of those guys that just comes in and as max effort and stuff like that. So it makes it easy for me to come in and be able to get my arm loose quicker than maybe a starter would have to get his arm loose a little bit more. But I've just taken advantage of the opportunities that coach has given me, and whether that's been starting games or closing games or relieving games, whatever it may be, and just done my best.
Hey, Devin, I don't know how much live pitching that y'all have done this spring, or if any, but I mean, just what is your perspective of the offense and maybe some bats that have really improved from last year, and then some bats that you think are really going to help get this offense really back on track?
Oh man, well, our bats maybe not have been talked about, but they are definitely good, and there's obviously some new guys on the team, and Dylan Cruz and Trey and Brody Joss and a couple others that obviously did well this fall and so far this spring. And we got the returners, those guys, and there's just a lot of guys with a lot of experience and knowing what it takes. And I think that they're getting coached up well by Coach Eddie, and they're going to do the right things and score a lot of runs, get a lot of hits.
Hey, Devin Wilson, I'm from NAPI. I hope you're doing well. Paul said back in the summer that there was a team looking at taking you in the 5th round, and then they took someone else. Did that make it easier for you to come back?
Yeah.
Not even, that you would have had to like take the undrafted money that was a lot smaller this year? Did that kind of end up playing into that decision?
Yeah, definitely. You know, you mentioned that I had a call in the 5th round. That is true. And when that happened, you know, obviously I got excited as any kid would, but you know, it didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to work out. So whenever they chose somebody else, it was like obvious to me that I wanted to go back to school because, you know, just one of those things, like you have a chip on your shoulder. You know, you want to come back and you want to accomplish more things and put your name out there, help your team. So, yeah, it made it easier for sure.
Y'all obviously ended up, follow up if I could, you know, losing some folks through the draft: Cole, Daniel, so Zach, and a couple of recruits. But by, you know, for the most part, got to keep a lot of your teams. It kind of, you know, a good feeling to get another crack at it with a lot of the same guys. When the season shut down last year, it seemed like you might not ever get to play with each other again.
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, only losing 2 guys to the draft has made this team almost like the same team, plus like, 14 new freshmen or something. So it's made it pretty fun and interesting as far as the dynamic goes. But we got a lot of guys on the team compared to other years, but everybody's good. Everybody's competing their butts off. So if you know one guy's playing and you're not playing, you're just going to cheer him on because you know he's going to get the job done.
Hey, Devin, I just wanted to ask you about that Super Regional at Florida State, being in that moment and pitching as well as you pitched and the crowd noise and all those different things. And if you ever circle back to that moment in your mind and be like, you know, this is where I want to be again in the future, try to get us to the World Series, be back in that Super Regional spot. I'm just curious, how much has that been part of your career in terms of your confidence and everything moving forward?
Yeah, that was definitely a turning point for me, obviously. Just to go out there and leave it all on the line every game, you know. Ever since that game, I just made it a point to, you know, don't hold back anything. You got to give it your all every game because, like, sometimes I had to face some challenges and I was trying to figure out why, you know, I wasn't pitching as great as I knew I could, but it was because I was just holding back a little bit. So that was definitely a good turning point for me. What was the other part of the question?
I think you pretty much answered it, but let me just ask you this, just top to bottom, this pitching staff, how good can it be, and how excited are you trying to be the shutdown, the closer?
We're really, really talented. We're really good. Obviously, there's been, you know, some talks of the weekend rotation, but that's been, you know, that's been set for a long time, and we know that, you know, Jaden's going to come up there and take the lead for us. You know, he hasn't got to pitch against the SEC team yet, I don't think, but he's ready for it. He's definitely worked for this, and we know that we're going to be able to follow him throughout the whole season. And obviously Landon and AJ are going to do their job right after him. And then we got so many other guys that can pitch in midweek games or, you know, come in and pitch whatever inning it may be. So we just got so many options and so many guys that can do so many different things. So I don't think we have any worries as far as anything, but as long as everybody stays healthy, we're going to be good.
Devin, there are several examples of people putting a lot of trust in you and you kind of earning the right to, you know, to be the closer. I think you're one of the few guys that had some postseason honors last year, second, third team All-American, and then listening to Coach Maneri in the fall talk about the potential for you out the pen. Some of your teammates have come back. Just what's it like to kind of earn that trust on a moment's notice? You can go there and take care of the business, take care of the job that's maybe given to you.
Yeah, it's been nice. You know, every team that I've ever been on, and you obviously have to earn the trust of your teammates and your coaches. And I think I've done that since I've been here. But it definitely makes it nice, you know, knowing that they have your back and they have that confidence in you. But I still give the thanks to and my glory to God for the ability that I have to do it. You know, when coach challenges me and, you know, when teammates challenge me, I can meet the challenge in a timely manner instead of, you know, not meeting it for a while. And I think that's just, you know, I glorify God for being able to do that.
Okay, Ron Higgins, you have a question?
Just with this pitching staff, but there's like 19 or 20 guys. What is that dynamic like to have that many pitchers? I guess just from the standpoint is you're going to probably have to have an extra bench in the bullpen. How does you know how are you being coached with that many players? Tell me about it.
Yeah, I think they did put an extra set or two of benches in the bullpen already. But it's definitely fun having that many guys because you get to learn a lot about different pitchers that have different, you know, different styles, different mechanics, different pitches. So you can learn a lot of stuff from each other if you just talk to each other, and it just, like I said, it makes the competition better, makes you better. So all in all, I think that, you know, having a bigger staff is better.
Hey, Devin, Jared again. You, Mikhail, and Matthew Beck, have all been together since, you know, your first year here. Is there a different dynamic between the three of y'all versus the rest of the bullpen? Like, how close are you guys after all this time together?
I mean, you know, you got to throw Trent Vittmeyer in there too. He's been there since the beginning as well. You know, me, Trent Vittmeyer, and Mikhail Hilliard actually lived together in summer school in fall of our summer 2017. So it's been a while ago. I think Trent Vittmeyer still looks a little bit older than he does now. Still looks like an old man, but you know, we've had some good times together, us four. But other guys is in there too. You know, we get to see each other every day, and it's been fun building relationships with those guys.
Devin, for the LSU fan base, for the opponents, especially in the SEC, it's going to seem like, oh my God, you know, Devin Fontenot's been at LSU forever. I'm interested to know, what have you learned and how are you different from that kid who arrived on campus to now?
Feel like I've learned just more about myself, and you know how to be a bit better man. You know how to have better habits and stuff like that as the years went on, whether that's baseball related or, you know, personally. But it's definitely good to be here for 3 or 4 years, you know, instead of just one and transferring or two transferring, because you get to meet your full potential, you know. So I've just taken it by the reins and just taking it one step at a time. And lived in the moment, like I was saying, and just tried to have the most fun that I can.
Okay, I believe that's everybody. Anyone else for Devin?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all. Thanks, Devin.